Live and on demand from the WNY News Now studios in downtown Jamestown. This is WNY News Now.
And thanks for joining us for WNY News Now on this wacky Wednesday. I'm Justin Gould.
And I'm Matt Hummel. Happening now, Jamestown police arrest 5 in a major drug bust. Details coming up.
Plus, more in the case against a Jamestown man accused of impersonating a veteran. But first, Chief Forecaster Dakota Hunter is standing by with a live look at our weather. Hey, Dakota.
Hey, Justin and Matt, and happy Wednesday, everybody. Lots to talk about in the weather department today. We'll start off with First Defense Doppler. To start off with, this is all tropical rain that is coming from the remnants of what was Tropical Storm Barry. The center of circulation is passing to our south, but we're in some of this tropical rain, and when it rains, it's going to pour. That's how it's going to be today. If you've ever been in Florida and got caught in a rain shower, that's exactly what it's going to be like throughout the day today. Now, NOAA Storm Prediction Center does have the far southern and eastern portion of our region under a less than average marginal risk for severe weather. That's a level 1 out of 5. And if any storms do become strong to severe, it's going to be a gusty wind threat. But the main threat with any of this activity today is going to be very heavy tropical-like rain. And then beyond today, it is the heat. The National Weather Service has issued a heat watch for areas north of here near the Lake Ontario shoreline. And this is where heat indices could reach 105 to 110 degrees. Now, we do think that down in the southern tier, the heat indices may reach a heat advisory criteria, which is 95 degrees. So we'll see if that they do issue a heat advisory for the southern tier, but there is a heat watch in effect for basically the counties that border Lake Ontario. And again, here's just the thunderstorm impacts for you. Heavy rain today is mainly going to be the main threat with any of these storms today with the very heavy rain tropical nature. So hour by hour, temperatures into the mid to upper 70s, but tropical rain persists throughout the day. It'll be cooler because the actual center of low actually merged with a cold front, but it will still be very muggy today, and the heat builds big time over the next couple of days. We'll talk about it in just a few minutes. Back to you.
Alrighty, Dakota, thank you. Our top story, several people were arrested after the Jamestown Metro Drug Task Force and U.S. Marshal's Office raided a Bishop Street house in search of a wanted woman on Tuesday afternoon. Jamestown police say that 19-year-old Camille Lopez was arrested for a federal absconding warrant at 12 Bishop Street. Lopez was previously charged federally by the U.S. Attorney's Office. And investigators say while at the residence, they allegedly discovered a large quantity of crystal methamphetamine, around $1,500 in cash, and drug paraphernalia items, including sales and drug packaging. Police say that Lopez and 4 others who were arrested were living at the location, and police also allege that the group was selling methamphetamine out of the house. For more on the arrest, please visit our website at WNYNewsNow.com.
In more details in the case of a Jamestown man accused of defrauding a local military veteran support organization were revealed today in a criminal complaint obtained by WNY News Now from Town of Ellicott Court. The complaint revealed that 63-year-old Glenn French allegedly used his alias, Uriel Isakovich, to obtain services provided by the Joseph Dwyer Veteran Peer-to-Peer Program. That program, according to DwyerChautauqua.com, supports veterans suffering with PTSD and traumatic brain injuries by linking them with other vets and families going through similar experiences. Now, in the complaint, deputies allege between May 2017 to May 2019, French impersonated a military vet to obtain benefits from the program. Those benefits include meal refreshments and various activities and outings, many of which were offered free of charge to veterans. Furthermore, the complaint alleges that in an effort to obtain those services and benefits, French allegedly forged a DD 1214 form, that's a military discharge form, in an attempt to show military service to join the group. French is charged with theft of services, second-degree criminal impersonation, and third-degree forgery in the case. He's scheduled to answer those charges in the Town of Ellicott Court at a later date.
A Silver Creek man was allegedly in possession of small quantities of marijuana, cocaine, and LSD during an investigation into a suspicious vehicle outside of a closed establishment on Central Avenue in Silver Creek on Monday. The Chautauqua County Sheriff's Office says that Kevin Shunk was charged with 2 counts of 7th-degree criminal possession of a controlled substance and a count of unlawful possession of marijuana. Shunk was issued appearance tickets, and he is scheduled to appear in the Village of Silver Creek Court at a later date to answer the charges.
And New York will raise its smoking age from 18 to 21 under legislation signed into law Tuesday by State Governor Andrew Cuomo. The change, which takes in effect in 220 days, will apply to the sales of traditional tobacco products as well as electronic cigarettes and vaporizers. Now, Governor Cuomo says too many children and teens pick up smoking despite decades of effort to snuff out the habit, in part because of marketing aimed at young people. Now, according to the American Cancer Society, 95% of all smokers begin using tobacco before age 21, raising the smoking age to 21, a proposal the society dubs, quote, Tobacco 21, had been a major priority for the group here in New York. Now, in addition to hundreds of local communities, including Chautauqua County, have already made that move to 21.
Yeah, definitely something interesting in my opinion. I've always thought, why, I guess. I mean, I understand, and I don't smoke, by the way, and I understand the health concerns, but just think of the revenue that the state would be losing, especially considering, look at the debt.
I don't know. I think I disagree with you there. I think this is a great move for New York State because if you look at the direct medical effects of smoking, and I understand that, you know, some people will say, well, smoking's a culture. Once you're addicted, it's hard to quit. But I know of people who have died from lung cancer, did not have insurance to have to pay for it, and then the taxpayers paid for it with government coverage. So on the flip side of the coin there, I think it's great for the governor. Yeah, make it 21. It's already 21 in many counties, including Chautauqua, so it's no different
Well,
for
I
people
understand
here.
that, but then how do you get that revenue?
Well, you save money by not having people go through cancer. You know how much cancer treatment costs?
Well, yeah, I mean, but does that always come from the pocket of the state?
Well, it comes from the taxpayers' pocket. Not all the time. I know some people probably smoke, say they're a marketing executive and they make a lot of money. They will smoke and they'll be able to have coverage for that. But I don't many times agree with Cuomo, but I think this is a good move for New York State because when you turn 21, then you can become you can enjoy alcohol, you can enjoy smoking and things like that. But until you're of that age, you don't know. I mean, at 18, you probably just want to party.
I think it'll be interesting how this turns out over the next few years. I think there has to be more data.
Right. And again, I think it goes to show you, you know, this has already happened here in Chautauqua County. There is no difference for people here smoking not smoking. I mean, I guess if you're 18 and you're smoking a cigarette, you won't be arrested for it. But you cannot buy and purchase tobacco in this state, in this county, and now it's a statewide thing until you turn 21 years of age. So very interesting. Let's see what some people are saying in the comments because this is quite a debate. Smathers says adults purchase, and the comment just moved because adults purchase cigarettes for under any age anyways. Same goes for alcohol. It's really not a concern, deterrent, or barrier. And you're right. Some people will say be your source for a 16-year-old to buy alcohol. That is illegal. But you do that, and that happens anyway, so it's perfectly fine. He follows up and says there's folks who haven't had smoked a day in their life and still sickened with cancer, and you're absolutely right. You know, secondhand smoke, very much an issue. So certainly will be very interesting to see what goes forward. Hello to Wendy. Hello to Corey. Thanks for tuning in here. Wendy chiming in. Great bust by the Jamestown Police. Hello to Charlie. Hello to Raven. Hello to Beth as well. Butch is here. Good afternoon to Mackenzie as well. Hopefully you all are doing well. A lot more local news to tell you about. Coming up, Woodstock 50 has hit another roadblock. We'll tell you what.
But first, a Jamestown City Councilman says he's continuing his bid for mayor. Dakota.
And the high yesterday was 82 degrees. We bottomed out at 66 degrees this morning. Look at the record high for the state of 100, set back in 1988. We're not anywhere close to that, but we're going to be getting close to that 90-degree mark as we go throughout the later part of the week. We'll talk about it next as WNY News Now continues in a minute, so don't go away.
Live and on demand, you're watching WNY News Now.
Now open in downtown Jamestown, Pearl City Hops, restaurant and tavern.
I have some real old-timey dishes on there that I'm just giving new life to. Like there's a shepherd's pie on there that's gonna have some bison in it, you know, real thick hearty gravy. Then I'm also doing beer flights. We're pairing it with a set of sliders, a set of tacos, and a set of mini rolls. So everything's gonna have its own pair, so you can get a taste of a little bit of everything and all the beers. We don't want to be known as the restaurant in the hotel. We want to be known as Pearl City Hops.
You're watching WNY News Now, your source for breaking news.
Want weather now? Download the WNY News Now mobile app and stay up to date on severe weather alerts. Plus, anytime hazardous weather strikes, stick with the Southern Tier's only 24/7 streaming network that keeps you safe. You're all in a tornado warning, so now is the time to go to a safe place, small room, lowest floor, near the center, away from windows. What are you waiting for? Download the WNY News Now mobile app today. It's free in the Apple App Store and Google Play Store.
And happening now, after receiving the Libertarian Party's endorsement for mayor, Jamestown City Councilman at Large Andrew Liuzzo has decided to continue his campaign. Liuzzo made the announcement last night on Hazard Street, where he grew up. Liuzzo says that he wants to make a difference in the community for citizens and businesses. Liuzzo lost in a Republican primary to Dave Wilfong last month. At the time, Liuzzo told WNY News Now that he'd, quote, probably retire. As it stands, however, Liuzzo will run against Wilfong and Democrat Eddie Sundquist for mayor this fall.
An upstate New York town has rejected the appeal of its denial of a permit to hold the Woodstock 50 Music Festival. The town of Vernon's planning board made its unanimous decision Tuesday night, exactly a month before the festival's start. The town denied a permit application last week for a festival, which is August 16th through the 18th at the Vernon Downs Racetrack and Casino. Oneida County Executive Anthony Pisani says he was pleased with the decision, citing, quote, inadequate planning in a dangerously truncated time frame. Vernon Downs emerged as a possible site for Woodstock 50 after the original venue, Watkins Glen International, pulled out. Woodstock 50 has lost its main investors, its producer, access to the original Woodstock Festival site, and its permit to host the event at Watkins Glen.
Well, don't wait to make healthy choices. That's advice following a new study showing health in younger years is tied to heart risks later on in life. Britt Conway explains.
Making healthier choices early can save your life later. According to a new study published in the Journal of the American College of Cardiology, having higher than normal cholesterol and blood pressure levels before age 40 can raise the risk of heart disease when you're older. The study showed a level of bad LDL cholesterol at 100 milligrams or higher as a young adult was associated with a 64% increased risk for coronary heart disease later in life. And a systolic blood pressure of 130 millimeters of mercury or higher brought a 37% increased risk of heart failure after 40. Researchers say waiting until middle age or older to improve your diet and exercise can't always reverse damage done in youth. The study involved research on more than 36,000 U.S. adults between the ages of 18 to 39, as well as those 40 and older. Health experts are urging younger adults to use this as a wake-up call to make healthier choices now. For today's Health Minute, I'm Britt Conway.
All right, Britt, thank you. Now, some ways to lower blood pressure include exercising regularly, eating a healthy diet, reducing sodium and alcohol, and cutting back on caffeine.
Well, today is a day to shine a light on a summertime staple. Known as National Hot Dog Day, the holiday commemorates the wieners, and there are many ways to prepare frankfurters. They could be grilled, roasted over a campfire, boiled, or pan-fried. Wieners can be eaten plain or covered in a variety of toppings. Those include mustard, ketchup, relish, onions, coleslaw, and sauerkraut. They're popular items to eat at baseball games, and stadiums sell more than 25 million of them per year. Locally, AJ's Texas Hots has a daily special of 3 for $4. Johnny's Lunch in Lakewood serves dogs on the daily also.
Oh, pretty cool. Certainly, gotta love those wieners. We're all a bunch of big wieners when we're eating our wieners. Get it? Wieners? No, okay. Anyways, yeah, it's a good holiday.
Absolutely.
My family had hot dogs last night in celebration of tonight. We should have done it tonight, actually, now that I think about it, because I don't want the free hot dogs in the lobby because I ate them last night. So come on down if you want some free hot dogs. Matt's grilling up for us.
Oh, no.
So.
Oh, no.
Dakota might be doing it. I don't know who's going to be on the grill this afternoon. Norm was on the grill this morning. So.
Oh, I heard that.
He's good at that, though. He's real good at that. But yeah, no, happy Wednesday to all of you. Thanks for tuning in and hanging out with us. Hopefully you get out to enjoy the hot dog day. The one thing is, I do have a bone to pick with our production team. I love our producers so much, but you go from a health story to a hot dog story. I don't know how healthy that is, but to each his own. I guess life is enjoyed in moderation, right? That's
right.
what they say. Life is enjoyed in moderation. That's what I say. So you can quote me if you want. Hello to Spathers. Thanks for tuning in and hanging out with us. Lori, hello to you also. Charlie, hello to you. And it looks like Sue is here. Good afternoon. Hopefully you are enjoying the day. Saying hello to Vince and Josh as well. Pam has joined us. Thanks for tuning in. And Raven, hello to you. Hopefully you are doing well. Let us know what you think of this broadcast in the comments down below. Interact with us as we roll through the stories here. We have a lot more to tell you about. Coming up, Chief Forecaster Dakota Hunter. He's standing by with a live look at our weather and if we'll see more rain come this afternoon and evening, because it is pretty wet out there.
Yes, it is. And later on, we tell you about a suicide prevention walk that will be coming to downtown Jamestown here in a few weeks. Details next as News Now continues.
EagleZip.com is your local one-stop shop for all of your home and business computer needs. Located on Fluvan Avenue Extension, just outside of Jamestown, EagleZip.com sells and services all brands of desktops and laptops, as well as servers and network equipment for your business. All new computer sales include transferring your data from your old computer plus a 2-year warranty. Call EagleZip.com today.
Stop by EagleZip.com today and let us make computers easy for you.
With coverage that matters, this is WNY News Now.
Extra, read all about it. Not tomorrow, but right now on the WNY News Now mobile app. Follow local news as it happens.
Top story, a Forestville man's weather video has gone viral.
And stay informed with the Southern Tier's only 24/7 streaming network.
Our Matt Hummel is standing by live outside of Chautauqua County Court with more on this case. Matt, good afternoon to you.
Download the WNY News Now app right now. It's free on the Apple App Store and Google Play Store.
First Defense Weather, the Southern Tier's only live and local weather source. Now, here's Chief Forecaster Dakota Hunter.
Yeah, you don't want me anywhere near a cooking appliance. That's all I'm saying. Let's take a look at the rainfall totals over the past 24 hours, and it rained in buckets in some areas yesterday. Jamestown, we won at 1.39 inches. That was the official rainfall total at the airport. Finley Lake, 1.24. Clymer, a little more than an inch. Mayville, just a little bit more than half an inch. Falconer, again, more than half an inch. Look at the Dunkirk airport, only 0.29 inches. And again, we're going to add this rain plus the rain that comes today into the mix. So if you're going out to the fair today in Dunkirk, not a very good day. Scattered rain showers through the day, and again, this is tropical rain. I mentioned yesterday this is a big difference from typical summertime rain in the fact that it forms as rain up in the clouds instead of snow, and it falls as rain, but it's also much more heavier. We can get these tropical downpours from time to time, but again, temperatures into the mid to upper 70s here because again, because what's left of Barry merged with a cold front. That's why we're colder. Here's the news now, Cam. Again, no rain rain falling in downtown Jamestown right now, but the clouds really socked in. It's currently 72 at noon hour at the Jamestown Airport. Got a south wind of 5. There's a big culprit here. The dew point's up to 70. That is oppressive. Anything 70 or above is oppressive humidity levels, so that creates a heat index of 73 degrees. That's how warm it feels. And in terms of the comfort index, we're going to be living in the 70s for dew point temperatures really over the next 5 or 6 days. It's not going to be until mid next week we'll start to see a cool down. But yeah, so air conditioners, it's all going to be needed. And again, I mentioned yesterday the power grid is going to be taxed with this, so hopefully we don't get a big power outage to happen over the next few days. This is kind of a new way of looking at an hour-by-hour graphic or kind of a daily graphic. These are the high temperatures over the next 7 days. Now, we contemplated about putting 90 in the forecast, but we do think Friday and Saturday we have a good shot of hitting 90, and and again, 90 is not that common around here, and by Tuesday, it turns much cooler. Here's First Defense Doppler. Here's what's going on right now. We have just a little bitty rain shower that's left in northern Chautauqua County that's east of Cassadaga. This is pretty much moving into Cattaraugus County, and then as we take you into Cattaraugus County to show you what's going on there, again, a lot of the heavier rain is to our north, but you see some more rain down to our south that is pretty much with the remnants of Barry, and here it is. This is the center of circulation now south of Cleveland. It's going to take a track across central Pennsylvania south of our region, but because of its close proximity, this is tropical-like moisture. It's pulling in all this moisture from the Gulf of Mexico, and beyond it, it turns much more hotter and more humid. So here's feature scan through the day. Again, it's not going to be raining all day today, but where it does rain and when it does rain, it could be tropical-like downpours. Very heavy rain. We're talking probably some areas could see an inch or two of rain just today. So some poor drainage flooding could be possible. It winds down tonight, and then tomorrow, a fantastic weather day, but hot and humid. And speaking about the humidity, this is the heat index. Now, the heat index takes into effect the air temperature and the humidity. This is tomorrow afternoon. Heat indices into the upper 80s, some lower 90s possible, but watch what happens as we go into Thursday. It gets even hotter here. Some heat indices may approach 100 degrees north of here, but again, we're going to be living in the mid to upper 90s for this pretty much Thursday, Friday, and Saturday. And again, heat advisory criteria is 95. So we'll see if we'll get a heat advisory down across the southern tier. All right, here comes the next 7 days of your life. 88 tomorrow, 89 or 90. Yes, sir, Jay. Okay. So producer said we can toss to break after this. So again, we will show you the rest of that forecast. 90 on Saturday, 88 Sunday, and look at Tuesday, 77 degrees. And breaking news comes up right after this, so don't go away.
This is WNY News Now with live breaking news.
All right, Dakota, thank you very much. We take you to the scene. This is in Westfield along Interstate 90, where a DOT working truck was struck in the back by a semi-trailer. These pictures are from the Department of Transportation in New York State on Facebook. They say, luckily, the two men working alongside the highway were not in this truck at the time of the crash. They were doing some maintenance along the section of Interstate 90 near the Westfield exit when the truck was hit behind from the rear by a tractor-trailer semi-truck. They are reminding people to be mindful of that move-over law, as this truck was on the side of the road. Of course, New York State's law requires all vehicles to move over when seeing police or road crews working on the side of the road. We will have much more on this breaking story on WNYNewsNow.com and on our broadcast as we learn more. Norm has a look at sports right after this. Invest in your business or cause by letting the marketing gurus at WNY News Now and WNY Media Company grow your business.
Purchase an ad much like the one you are watching now on WNY News Now's daily show, News Now at Noon, WNYNewsNow.com, or our brand new mobile app.
And then get feedback from our marketing experts and fans alike.
And finally, watch your business grow.
As an added bonus, Community Partners messages will run not only on our scheduled programming, but on weather alerts and breaking news as well.
Plus, messages are shared on WNY Sports Now programming. Anything from a live local basketball game to the Phone Zone Sports Desk.
Become part of our family today.
And contact us right now.
You're watching WNY News Now, where coverage comes first. WNY Sports Now is powered by Phone Zone of Jamestown. With the largest inventory around, we buy and sell our own merchandise at a price that can't be beat. Have a broken screen? We'll fix it. Learn more at phonezoneshop.com.
Happy Hump Day, sports fans, and welcome back to WNY News Now. I'm Norm Rodriguez with a look at sports. On Thursday, with first pitch times at 6:30, 3 playoff games will be played in the Jamestown Parks, Recreation, and Conservation Co-ed Softball League. All 3 games will be played at separate parks at Bergman Park. The co-ed softball playoffs have been going on since July 11th and will continue until at least August 15th, with a possible game being played on August 22nd if necessary. The New York Mets extended their winning streak to 3 games after defeating the Minnesota Twins 3-2 on Tuesday night. Michael Conforto went a perfect 4-for-4 batting for New York, driving in 1 RBI in the process. Robinson Cano also drove in an RBI. For Minnesota, Max Kepler and Jonathan Scope each went yard 1 time. The Mets and Twins will conclude their 2-game interleague series this afternoon at 1:10, with Jason Vargas on the starting rubber for New York against Martin Perez for the Twins. The game will be televised on Sportsnet New York. Tonight, with a 7:05 first pitch, the New York Yankees will play game number 3 of a 4-game home series against the Tampa Bay Rays. Winners of 3 straight, the Yanks are in first in the AL East at 60-33. Meanwhile, Tampa is in second place in the same division at 56-41, 6 games behind New York. Domingo Germán will be on the mound for the Yanks against Yanni Chirinos for Tampa. The game will be televised on the Yes Network. That's it for sports today. Justin and Matt, back to you.
Alrighty, Norm, thank you very much. The 4th annual Glow Your Mind 5K Run and Walk will take place on Saturday, August 24th, at the Northwest Arena here in the city of Jamestown. All the proceeds raised by the event stay local for suicide prevention efforts here in Chautauqua County. In this year, the Glow Run will have an 80s hair metal theme, and participants are encouraged to come dressed in their favorite 80s outrageous fashion. The Glow Run is a collaboration of the Community Alliance for Suicide Prevention, Chautauqua Tapestry, and the Chautauqua County Department of Mental Hygiene. Chautauqua Striders provides timing and race management for the race. The partnership came out of the group's common goal to generate awareness that mental wellness and physical wellness are of equal importance in everyone's life. And for more on the event and how to register, you can visit our website right now at WNYNewsNow.com or on our mobile app.
Yeah, that's a great event to have here in downtown Jamestown. And, I know it certainly does a lot of good to help raise funding for many of those organizations, but also I think to help raise awareness, because suicide very much, I think, not so much in recent years, but has had a stigma, and I think now people are finally able to talk about it, and that helps victims of it and people who maybe would consider something like that to say, hey, I actually need help, and they're able to reach out and get those great services that we have here. So it's really good to see, and we thank them for that event. And as you said, you can get a lot of that details on WNYNewsNow.com as well. So happy Wednesday to everyone. Thanks for tuning in. Final moments of the broadcast here. Want to say hello to Josh is here, Janice, and Margaret Justin Jewell is asking more information about the Rage. You can get that right now on our website, WNYNewsNow.com, and our mobile app. Just search WNY News Now in the Apple App Store and Google Play Store, and you can get all the breaking news information that you need. We talked about it at the top of the show, but a number of people arrested there in that raid, and this show obviously loops once we are done with the broadcast. Chief Forecaster Dakota Hunter joins us here at the desk with a final look at our weather, and it looks pretty wet out there right now.
It's going to be wet and hot. Let's take a look at that 7-day one final time here, and we're very wet today. Haha, get it? My horrible sense of humor. But Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, very hot, very muggy. We're going for 90 Friday and Saturday, so air conditioners needed. And again, I mentioned it before, the power grid is going to be taxed. BPU, National Grid, NYSEG. So hopefully we get away without any power problems. And really, it's going to remain hot and muggy until pretty much early or mid next week.
All right, Dakota, thank you. News continues 24/7, WNYNewsNow.com. We'll see you tomorrow.